Steps are going to be like this. We'll go forward and I will do the ladies' footwork first. As I said, you'll be in third foot position. And it's going to be a count of a 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You have a little bit of syncopation in there. Your first step and your third step are going to be your longer steps. It is a progressive dance, so you're going to continue to progress around the floor in a counterclockwise direction. And it will look similar to this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 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 Okay? So your feet do progress. You continue to move forward. Your first step being the longer step. The second step is not going to pass by the first step. In other words, it's going to be 1 and 2. Then 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So it's like big, little, little, big, little, little. Okay? So that is your basic polka. Now we'd like to go over with you just a very simple little series that we did. We're going to start off with a basic, and your pattern for polka does consist of the 1 and 2, 3 and 4. That makes up your basic pattern. So we're going to do a basic, and then we're going to do a 180-degree turn using our second pattern of the dance. So it will look a little bit like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So the gentleman, let's come back over here, the gentleman just takes a step around the lady's right side, and he of course is starting with his left foot, so he's just going to step past her as we make a half turn. So it's very simple. Once again, we'll do a basic pattern and then we'll do our 180-degree turn. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. He steps through 3 and 4. Okay? Now the next thing that we're going to do is for the lady to step through, and we're going to just reverse directions going 180 degrees the other way, just where we came from. All right? So I'm going to do the lady's part is she's going to step through, and that's where we'll start. All right? So it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So we're back where we started from. Okay, let's come over here. What's going to happen as the gentleman steps through, he will come through with his left foot. All right? So watch our basic again, our basic pattern, and then the pattern with the gentleman turning, then the pattern with the lady turning. Okay. 1 and 2, the man steps around, now the lady comes through. Very simple. All right. Okay, let's back up over here. We're going to put all this together, and we're going to take you through the next part. We'll take this just a little bit at a time. Ready? Go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 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 That's our next section. Now what happened there was that the lady did a complete turn and the gentleman did a half turn. All right? So we just turned back around to where the lady is back to line of dance, and all that's going to happen is on the 1 and 2, the man is going to lead her up, and guys, you do lead this with your left hand. Ladies, you don't want to anticipate, you want to just be led by his hand and what he's doing with both of his hands. Okay, he's going to lead you around on the 1 and 2, and then you're just going to make a complete turn. And gentlemen, as the lady is completing that turn, it's basically on the 2 that you're just going to turn around backwards. So this is our line of dance, and this is what it's going to look like as the lady turns one complete turn and the gentleman turns a half turn. We're going to start just from that point, okay? So the lady's going to turn. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You will complete on 3 and 4. Now you're in an open parallel position. And let's do that from this direction so you can see it from a different direction. All right? We're going to take it with the ladies underarm turn. We'll do just a basic first to get us into it, sort of in place. Okay? Go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And you're in an open parallel. All right? So let's put all that together from the very top so we can review what we've just done. Start out with a basic. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 180-degree turn. Then the lady's underarm to an open parallel. There we go. All right? Now, both of us have our backs to line of dance. There are a couple things you can do here. A very simple thing to do would be to just turn and take sort of like what we call Pacman hands and just dance like this and do a few of these back and forth. So we're going to show you that, and then we're going to show you a little bit more difficult version. So we've ended up like this, and we've just finished our 3 and 4. Okay, we can do this next little part, which is very simple. We can go 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And you can do several of those, however many you want to. You don't want to do too many because it's going to look boring, but 2 or 3 of those will be nice. To finish that up, and this is the simple version, to finish this up, we're just going to do a simple ladies underarm turn to bring her back around to closed. So we'll do a couple of these and then go back to closed. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Back to close. And we'll show you that one more time. We almost ran out of space. Excuse me. Okay. One more time. And when you are in this position, you don't want to have just a little bit of styling. You don't want to have your arms all cramped in or just straight out. But you do want to try to have them in a parallel position and have just a little bit of styling. All right, here we'll go. We're going to do just a couple of them. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2. And to close, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And it's very simple. The gentleman just brings the lady back to a closed position. Okay, one other variation of this, and this is just a little bit more advanced, but if you'd like to try this, taking it from this position, the gentleman is going to pass through at a diagonal line. He's going to let go of the lady's hand, and she's going to just sort of keep her hand at his waist so he'll know where she is at all times. It looks like this. Go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. What happened on that is that the lady did a 1.5 turn to complete to go back to closed. Now let's go over that again just a little bit more slowly. Ladies, you've got it easy on this part because all you have to do is just polka around the gentleman. All right? And gentlemen, yours is a little bit more difficult. You're going to make actually a 3/4 turn because you're starting with your back to line of dance right here. But then as you step back with your left foot to do your 1 and 2, you're going to be facing this direction and catch the lady back up. Okay? So here we go. It's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And this is your 3 and 4. That gives you a little bit of time to catch up if you didn't quite make it around. Okay? To complete this, the gentleman will lead with this left hand, bringing the hand up and bringing the lady through for a 1.5 turn. And it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right? Now we'll do the entire series together. First the simple way, and then the more difficult way. Okay, easy way first. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 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 1 and 2, back to close. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? That was the easy way. Now we're going to do a little bit more difficult and you'd like to try it this way. Alright, here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 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 He goes around, 3 and 4. Back to close, 3 and 4. Okay? And that is our beginning polka club.
In the promenade position. And we had the guys go under 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that they ended up with their back to line of dance, 2-hand hold. Then we have them do a basic where they come close and away. Okay, we extend here for the next part of the move. The next part of the move, I'm going to turn my back to the outside of the dance floor and she's going to go behind me. Both hands are going to go up. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So we have a double cross hand hold, right hand over. Now I'm going to lead her to the inside of the dance floor, double turn over her head. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So now we have a double cross hand hold with the left hand over. Now I'm going to bring her back to me. My left hand's going to go to my shoulder, right hand goes up. And then she's going to come around behind me and wrap my neck. Looks like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And I'm going to lead her forward so that she's ahead of me after this pattern, and then I'm going to lead to my left, or to the center of the floor. I'm going to go over her head, down on her back to hammerlock. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now we're in hammerlock position. We're going to do a pinwheel to get the ladies facing line and dance. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I turn my right shoulder and my right foot toward line of dance, and then I lead her out. I'm going to pull with the right hand, guide with the left hand. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And we come close. Okay. We also went over the whip pattern with a turning basic. We'll do a basic 1 and 2, 3 and 4 in promenade position. And then I step around in front of my partner, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and I lead her outside to reverse promenade, double turn. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, from here we went into a whip. I'm going to lead her across in front of you. I'm going to step behind her. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. It's important you don't rush this. Okay, now we're going to lead her down line of dance in front of me. Inside turn to close. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that's our polka portion of the tape. Thank you very much.
Intermediate level polka. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dorsey Napier, and this is my dance partner, Carol Fleming. We're from Dayton, Ohio, Lone Star Dance Club. We're very honored to be asked to teach a workshop for Bill and Linda and the event down here in Atlanta. We've been looking forward to this event for a long time. Our workshop is going to be a waltz workshop, and what we're going to teach you is a little transition move. It's a nice move that you can do a lot of turns off of, but it's also a nice move that you can do in the middle of your routine because it flows real well around the dance floor. The move is called a roundabout. It's danced from this position, facing your partner. The man's right hand is going to be under the lady's arm. The first part of the move on 1, 2, 3, we're just going to simply open out, and it's going to be open out in closed position. When we do this move, we step back and side and pivot. So it's back, side, pivot. This foot stays out, all right? That's 1, 2, 3. The next part of the move, I'm going to cross in front of Carol, and my back is going to be to line of dance, and I have to take quite a big step in front of Carol in order to get around her. So it's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've crossed over, I finished my 6-count basic. Carol is parallel to me. She's to my right side. The next part of the move, we're going to start our next 6-count basic with 1. I'm going to step with my back to line of dance, and she's going to step forward to line of dance. We're going to step 1 to set our line, and then I'm going to turn Carol out in a double outside turn. So we step straight back, I step straight back, she steps straight forward on 1, and I turn her out. So it's...
And it goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Back to back. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And that's what we did. Hope you all have a good time.
Okay, we started out with a basic position. And we started out doing a basic, then we turn it, ready, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Here we use our momentum, we turn out on 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 5 and 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to come together on 1 and 2, 1 and 2. We open up on 3 and 4, 3 and 4. We're going to syncopate our turns, touching shoulders, okay? It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, after doing this difficult move, we're going to come together. go 1 and 2. We're going to open up again on 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Now we're going to come together in a wrap type move. The man's going to lead this by pushing the lady's hand across, 5 and 6. Now what the lady's going to do